Hi, and thanks for watching another instructional video for CSCI 1300. In this video, we will be going on from our last example of arrays and talk about how to copy one array into a new array. So say we need to make a copy of an array, how do we do that? Well, if we already have an array filled with information, which we're going to do with user input through the function fillArray, well, we can actually copy that by using a loop. So in this example, what we're going to do is we're going to go through, and after we have generated some input into the loop, or into the array through a loop, we're then going to create a new array. So I need to create an array of the exact same size. So I'm going to create a B array of some capacity. So this is the same size as A. Or say I want to do something like this, where I could say capacity is equal to capacity times 2. Say I want to double the storage capacity. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a B array for the capacity, and I'm just going to set everything here to base values of 0, and in this is double the size of A. So we've doubled the size of A. And what we can do now is we can go through a for loop and say for int I equal to 0, I less than capacity, the updated capacity, I plus plus, and what we're going to do is we're going to say that A of I, actually we're going to say B of I, which is our new array, will equal whatever is currently stored at the old array. And what we're going to say here is that if, well, we shouldn't have to do any kind of an if statement here for this. So what we're doing here is we're copying from A to B at the I index. So wherever we're looking, whether it's 0 or it's 1 less than capacity, B will retain the value at that index location. And what I'm going to say here, I think I'm actually going to do this just to be careful. So I'm going to say if B of I is, actually, if I is greater than 5, because that was where our original capacity is, then we're just going to set B of I to 0. So this will be to make sure we we'll set base values for all other new indexes. Else, what we're going to do is we're going to take the information from B and store it into A. So yeah, that looks good now. And now what we can do here is we can, let's go ahead and print this information after we do that. So I'm going to see out B of I after I do that. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run the code. And let's see here. We're going to enter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we're actually printing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're actually printing some other values past that. And we actually want to make sure that it's actually equal to the size or larger, because you can see here that when we handled that, we actually didn't actually assign a value to the actual size value, and that's why we had this 32.6 as a junk value, right? And the rest of the values were 0 like we wanted them. So the moment that I set I greater than or equal to the size of the original location, what we were able to do is we were able to then go through here, and this is where we're printing the information here. And then what we do is we then set all the values past that to 0. So we doubled the size of the array and copied over the values from the original array. And in so doing, what we've done is we've copied everything from one array location to another array location, and also given ourselves some size to add on to B if we need to for a future operation. That's all for copying from one array to another. Thanks, and happy coding.